Right, so we're going to take this apart and give it a good old cleaning up. I just put it through the parts washer because it was full of grease, and there's an O-ring just in here that usually fails, so we're going to take that out. Now in order to get that out, we're going to have to take the grub screw out of here and the roll pin out of here. And that's a bit of a tricky one to get out. It's even more tricky to get back in. These casings are the same as LT77s and R380s are the same. The LT77, they've got 2 tap bolts there to hold the pin in, but that's about it. Fortunately, this has already been done, so I'm not going to touch that. That's done and out of the way. So, and another thing, try not to take this adjuster out and play around with it. If once it's done, that's set. All right, just leave it. Well, this isn't a bad condition, but we still have to check 1 or 2 things. We have to make sure that this nylon or plastic bush here is in good order. I've seen quite a few of these break up over the years, and it makes a really bad sloppy gear change. Well, this one's not too bad, so I'm going to, whilst I've got it here, let's change those little bits that we need, and hopefully we can box this up and get this out. Right, what have we got up to? The grub screw in there is usually held in with some Loctite. Just warm it up a little bit with the torch, but try not to melt the bushing. And now's a good time to change it because it's got a circlip underneath and you can't get to that without taking it out. So the next thing is we're going to take out the roll pin. I've already half knocked it out from that side, but it won't knock out fully because, as you can see, you can't get your punch all the way through the casing. You can't get it in, so use a pair of wire cutters and just try and pull the bloody thing out, like pulling teeth. And then, with a bit of luck, that should tap out of there, remembering which way it goes round. The big boss goes to the front. Now getting the cap out of here, this frost plug, core plug, whatever you want to call it, can be a bit tricky. You know, you can't get a hammer into it. But what I've done in the past is I've pushed that shaft all the way through, if it will, like that, and then using a bit of a flat bar, which I haven't got here, flat bar, go like this, knock the plug out. I might have to put this in the vise. By doing that, you're spreading the weight and not burring over this end. That's moving. Let me persevere with that. Perfect. So now we can get to this O-ring and change it and put it back together again. But now I'm going to put this through the parts washer again, get some of this grease out of here, give it a wet bead blast, and we can start to put it back together. There's not much to do to it, but this O-ring gets flat, because imagine every time you're changing gear, this is wearing up and down. And anyway, I stripped this all down, cleaned him up, new O-ring, check the bush, use this as a guide, make sure that's not worn out, the bush is tight, the clip's on, that's good, greased up the shaft, cleaned up the clip, the cap, put that back on, and roll pin back in, so that's ready to go. I also stripped down the shifter housing, because you never know what they're like. They're getting a little bit worn here, but that's not too bad. It's when they get worn right in that groove like Madonna, and then the cross turns around. This is quite good. I mean, I had it upside down there. This isn't too bad. So we're going to reassemble that. We're going to put the little spring in here, like this. The spring goes to the back here, where the bolt goes through, where I've probably lost the bolt now. stuff everywhere. So let's get a bit of grease onto that. It'll never get touched for a good few years. So I'm going to put some grease on there. Like I say, this ball was a little bit rusty, so I just I buffed it up a bit. It seems to be alright now. There you go, that's that done. Now I was looking for something else. Oh, the retainer. What did I do with the retainer? Well, I say it's special. It's sort of like got tapered edges on it. I don't know why they did it like that, so it doesn't catch on the ball probably. So we'll put that in and we'll just give it a quick nip down and get it lined up. Don't need much more than that. So that's done. Now we have to put the springs on. Now these are really nasty to put back on. So we're going to put get a socket, push it over the spring and try and lift it round. I'll see how I come on if I can mount this in the vise. Look, you can see this because this will save your fingers. And then get that socket off there. There. Do that for both sides. Socket. Screwdriver just to get it started. Like that. Pull it round. And then get your socket off. And there you go. That wasn't too bad, was it? So the next thing, we can put this into here. I've put some grease in there. Just try it up, size. That's good. We're just going to put some grease on here for a gasket. Well, we've got a gasket somewhere. I'll put it out somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a gasket, but we'll put some grease on both faces. That'll soften up the gasket material. It's not so much for stopping water getting out or grease getting out. It's to stop water getting in. You know, otherwise that'll fill up. I've seen them filled up with water before and all rusty. But like I say, the grease will soften up that gasket. Can't have enough grease on, can you? Right, what do I do with the bolts? I'll just give the bolts a bit of a freshen up on the wire wheel. Get them started, and then we'll nip them down with a gun. There, now we did say that this piece here was already greased up. There's no point doing that again. That looks nice, somebody's done a nice job on that. But again, we'll put a new gasket on because the old one broke. Try not to get grease down into the holes of the threads, because if they're blind holes you can crack a casting. Is that the right one? Oh, I like that look. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, for some strange reason they're not even. I don't know why. Right, you. Go on there, so there's a short one there. There's a long one here. There's a short one here. And the other one in the corner here holds it onto the gearbox itself.